Hey everyone, Lisa Jeffries here. I want to take a couple minutes to talk about how last week and then leading into this week, Netflix both won and then lost the email marketing game with me as a consumer. For any of you who have been following me online for any period of time, you probably know that I am all about some email marketing. From a marketing standpoint, it's got great ROI. It's easy to cut through some of the chatter that might get lost on social media. And for the most part, all of us as consumers have email and we're using it on a regular basis. So let's take a quick look at what happened in the last week or so between me and my friends at Netflix. So if we take a quick look at my trash bin and my Gmail account, we'll see that since October 1st or October 2nd, Netflix has been all over my inbox, which I'm, a delete without regard kind of girl, so it really didn't bother me, and that wasn't what changed the relationship here. You see, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 emails by the 16th, and then, oh, nope, I don't want to label you, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 by today, the 30th. So we're averaging one every other day or so. What really stuck out was last Friday, I got this email saying, Sabrina Spellman invites you to her dark baptism. Now, Lisa Jeffries isn't the most common name, but there are a lot of girls who think that lisa.jeffries@gmail.com is their email address. So I get a lot of misdirected invitations. When this one popped up in my inbox, I didn't even notice it was from Netflix. I just opened it, assuming I was going to be opting out of someone's weird dark baptism invitations. So I open it up. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, it's from Netflix. So that's kind of cool. So I'm reading through it. I'm doing a quick browse, and I realize this is a remake of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which is a show that my younger sister and I grew up watching, and it was a sitcom, probably on ABC. Melissa Joan Hart was the star of it. We loved it. It had a great talking cat named Salem. I was intrigued, right? So I clicked through, I watched a couple minutes on my phone just to kind of get a feel for it, which watching Netflix on my phone is really not something I do a lot of, but I know some people do. So great engagement, right? This is cool. This email totally nails it. And that Friday night, I sucked my other half into it with me and we watched 3 episodes. It was kind of a dark, interesting take on it. And I won't get too much into it, but as a consumer of the show, I'm kind of left wondering who is the audience for it because it definitely feels like it's geared toward teenagers. But as I watched it, there was a lot of very graphic, kind of sexual in nature scenes, definitely a lot of graphic violence and murder scenes, things that if I was a parent of a teenager, I'd probably have some hesitations about them watching it. But of course, as we do when we're binge watching, I got sucked into the story and I was really committed to it. So within the course of a week, we finished it. One of the next kind of emails I got was after the 4th episode, maybe the 3rd or 4th episode, we stopped watching. We took a break, and I got this great email. What has Sabrina done? And this was right on the heels of us needing to get back in to keep watching. So I thought the engagement was great again. Continue watching. That's awesome. They're really going after abandonment there. And we would have continued watching it anyways because we were into it. But, again, kind of great engagement, really targeted automated marketing based on behavioral data that they had. I thought this was a slam dunk from marketing perspective. So this time of year, we definitely kind of get into a time where we're looking at our budgets because we're going to be spending on the holidays. And Netflix was one of those things that outside of really being into watching Stranger Things, which has been off for a while and isn't coming back anytime soon, it was kind of one of those things I was considering, maybe ditching for saving $15 a month or so. So we signed in. I downgraded just slightly because we only need to really watch 2 screens at a time in regular high def. I don't need 4K. So I get 2 transactional emails, which makes sense too. Now, we finished the show last night. That was a Monday night, and we don't watch typically a lot of the after show content. And especially on this Sabrina one, it really wasn't anything that was intriguing to me. It was basically just recaps of highlights, which we had just watched in less than a week, so it's not like I've really forgotten about a lot of it. So this is kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. I opened this email today about Sabrina's lasting spell, and I'm almost expecting like a tease to the next season or other ways to engage with the show after. And it's the same content, the watching the highlights that I didn't want to watch last night, that it's kind of trying to pull me back into. So for me, that was a total loss. And I went to unsubscribe, and here's what I was left with. I thought, hey, Netflix is a huge company. I know they've got data-driven marketing. I'm sure there's going to be an opt-down opportunity. Maybe just don't send me any more emails about post-show type engagement or opt me out for a while from Sabrina topics. Unfortunately, what I was left with was only a few choices here. So I unsubscribed from the Now on Netflix. Now all I'm left with is the Netflix surveys. So I think this is a little bit of a miss because obviously they're at a very critical point where I'm thinking about, all right, I'm not really into watching anything. Should I cut this off until Stranger Things returns? So they need to be getting me, relevant marketing and programming. But now that I've opted out, they really can't, other than maybe the occasional survey. I think there was a huge missed opportunity here for them to kind of tailor the type of messaging, or even offer a opt down where I could say, hey, don't email me more than once a week. I'd love to get a summary of everything going on Netflix, but I don't need 16, 20 emails over the course of a month. Let's pull back a little bit. So that is kind of it in a nutshell. Thought I would share these with y'all, see what your thoughts are on it, and maybe since I'm still opted into the Netflix survey, they'll send me a survey about